It is the great paradox of the modern night. You crave sleep, your body is exhausted, but the moment your head hits the pillow, your brain decides to open for business. It feels like a runaway train of thought, and you're just tied to the tracks. If you've ever felt like a prisoner in your own mind at night, I want you to know one thing. You are not broken. This isn't a failure of willpower. It's a physiological state. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on the neuroscience of what's happening. You will understand the neurological gas pedal and brake pedal inside your nervous system, and I will give you 3 simple but powerful tricks to manually, physically press that brake pedal and finally calm the storm. We are the Sleep Protocol, and we're here to give you the user manual for your own nervous system. So, to win this battle, we first need to understand the battlefield, and that is your autonomic nervous system. Think of it as having 2 primary settings. The first is the sympathetic nervous system. This is your fight or flight mode, your body's gas pedal. When you're stressed, worried, or even just excited, it floods you with cortisol and adrenaline. It's designed to keep you sharp, alert, and most importantly, awake. It is the engine of your racing mind. The second setting is the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your rest and digest mode, your body's powerful brake pedal. It promotes calmness, slows your heart rate, and signals to every cell in your body that it is safe to power down, repair, and rest. Here is the non-negotiable law of sleep. You cannot be in both states at once. Sleep is physically impossible while the gas pedal is pressed. That racing mind you feel at night is simply the sound of your sympathetic system still running at full throttle. But why is the gas pedal stuck? Let's zoom into your brain and meet the 2 key players. First, you have the amygdala. This is your emotional alarm system. It's primitive, powerful, and its only job is to scan for danger. A deadline at work, an unpaid bill, an awkward conversation. For your amygdala, these are all threats that need to be monitored. On the other hand, you have your prefrontal cortex. This is your logical, rational CEO. Its job is to hear the alarm from the amygdala, pat it on the head, and say, "I understand your concern, but this is a thought, not a tiger. We are safe. Stand down." In a healthy, well-rested brain, the CEO is in control. But after a long, stressful modern day, the connection to your CEO gets weak. It gets tired. Now, with the CEO offline, your emotional alarm system runs the show, creating a feedback loop from hell. A single anxious thought triggers the alarm activates the gas pedal system, the gas pedal keeps you awake, and being awake gives you more time to have more anxious thoughts. This is the engine of insomnia. So our protocols are designed to bypass this broken loop and activate the brake pedal directly. Our first protocol is the externalization protocol, a strategic brain dump. When worries are just thoughts, they are abstract, infinite, and terrifying. The act of writing them down forces them into a logical, finite structure. You are literally moving a problem from your emotional, panicked alarm system to your logical CEO brain to be processed. This is how you do it effectively. Take a notebook about an hour before bed. Create 2 columns, the worry and the next action. If the worry is, "I'm not prepared for tomorrow's presentation," the next action isn't prepare. It's, at 8 a.m., open PowerPoint and review slide 3. This gives the problem a concrete future home, allowing your brain to finally let it go for tonight. Next is a direct physical override, the vagal nerve protocol. Your vagus nerve is the superhighway for your brake pedal system. The fastest way to talk to it is with your breath, specifically through extended exhales. We will use a technique called cyclic sighing. It's remarkably effective. It starts with a double inhale through your nose. The first inhale is deep, The second is a short top-off to inflate any tiny air sacs that are collapsed in your lungs. Then an extended sigh of an exhale through your mouth. That long exhale is what messages the vagus nerve, immediately slowing the heart rate and pressing the brake pedal. Just 3 to 5 cycles of this while lying in bed can change your physiological state. Our final technique is paradoxical but powerful. The paradoxical audio protocol. When your mind is loud, absolute silence can make it feel louder. The trick is to give your auditory brain a simple, boring, non-engaging task so it doesn't have to create its own chaotic entertainment. This does not mean a podcast or music with words. That's just a new story for your brain to follow. We need something monotonous. A simple fan, a white noise machine, or an ambient instrumental track. And here is the secret. Set the volume so low you can barely hear it. It should be on the very edge of your perception. This gives your brain just enough of an external anchor to latch onto, preventing it from spinning off into its own loops of thought. Your brain is a masterful machine, but tonight you have learned how to access its manual controls. So, my question for you is this. Our minds tend to get stuck on specific loops at night, usually revolving around our work, our relationships, or our future plans. Without sharing anything too personal, which of these thought loops tends to be the loudest for you? Share in the comments how that racing mind actually feels in your body. Your story might just make someone else feel a little less alone tonight. For more protocols that give you back the keys to your own mind, subscribe and join the community. Welcome to the Sleep Protocol.